We are talking about the evolving edge ecosystem. Let's just start with a little bit of context maybe. Tell us a bit about the current state of edge computing within organizations today, and just to what degree this concept is gaining traction.
Yeah, edge computing is actually that next generation of computing that's underpinned by new networks, lower latency, higher bandwidth, new types of applications that are more ephemeral, so headless applications that will come together as needed. And then that digital first experience where we're moving away from being tethered by devices such as laptops, desktops, tablets, and phones. It's that near real-time information that is given to you for some type of activity.
Okay. As with any emerging technology, the edge also brings with it a certain amount of security risk. Talk about some of the top cyber threats that get associated with the edge.
Yeah, it's interesting. In our AT&T Cybersecurity Insights report that we just released, we asked people who said, yes, we are deploying edge use cases, and we asked them what their number one concern was about attacks. And they said that in 2023, the number one concern for attacks was DDoS, so good old-fashioned DDoS.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is the place in the network where that's most likely to be the choke point.
Yeah, and if you think about what the edge is actually bringing, it's that idea of near real-time information, and some of the characteristics that we use to really frame this conversation of edge is that it's software defined, so those applications are really headless, non-GUI, so software defined. The workloads, the applications, is closer to where that data is being generated and consumed. And then it's that distributed model of management, intelligence, and networks. Okay. So if you look at what is going on, this means that we're now living more in a world controlled by things, by IoT types of devices. So for an adversary, it's pretty easy to execute a DDoS attack, rather than last year in our 2022 report, we saw the number one attack concern was ransomware. So it's far easier to execute a DDoS attack against some type of Internet of Thing device that's out there.
Okay. Help me understand, is the business justification then for edge computing, is it to push intelligence farther out? Is it more application driven? Is it to have more management insight at the ever expanding edge of the network?
All of the above.
Okay.
And so if you think about it, we've all encountered edge computing in our daily lives. Think about going into a public parking structure. You're looking for a parking space, you get to the first floor and it says, oh, there are 2 spots available. And you think, am I going to go in there and drive around and look for those 2 spots? Or you go up to the second level and it says, oh, there are 50 spots available. So that's edge computing at work, and most of us don't even realize it. So it's that near real-time information that we're being given. And then some of the other use cases that we're seeing that are quite popular with U.S. public sector, SLED, state, local government, and higher education, smart building management. So that idea of preemptive maintenance.
Okay.
In financial services, it's this idea of real-time fraud prevention and detection. In things such as manufacturing, it's smart warehousing, being able to use these autonomous robots on the manufacturing floor and be able to warehouse effectively. So there are edge use cases all around us, and it's growing, and they're evolutionary, which is really nice to see.
Okay. With all that in mind, how can cyber defenders better do their jobs against DDoS and some of the other threats that you mentioned?
Yeah, so it's this idea, over the past 40, 50 plus years, we've seen these silos erected inside of every type of organization. We have our application development team here,
right,
our networking team here, and they typically don't talk to one another, even though there have been efforts to bring them closer together. What we're now seeing is that those decades-old silos, they have to erode. And with edge, people are saying, yes, this cross-functional communication and collaboration internally is really essential. But also what they're looking at is bringing in a trusted third-party advisor, especially in the realm of security. So edge is not this do-it-yourself security type of approach. Mm-hmm. And in our recent AT&T Cybersecurity Insights report, we found that 71% of the survey participants said that once they go into either full or partial implementation of an edge use case, they are working very closely with a third-party trusted advisor.
Okay. Wow, that's significant.
Yeah.